Hello, I'd like to talk about this book. It's the Cambridge Latin Course Unit 2. You see this tribe? His servant is Silvius. Silvius has a beautiful house. His house is in Britain. Salvius has multiple servants. Who do you think this is? This is the Roman. Juxar est Eufila, Rufila mortis ancilat habitat, ancilat invilat laborant. Juxar est Rufila. Juxar is his wife. Rufila multitas ancilas habit. Rufila lives with multiple slaves. Ancile in la villa laborant. Ancile in la villa laborant. The slave girls labor in the village. This is the Roman wife. Hic servis is Varsia. Varsia is Vicesius. William is servus surat. Hic servus is Philus. Hic servus is Philus. Philus caldas ist. Philus numare potest. Now I want you to look at this one. Who do you think that is? And I will explain. These are the Jewish people. And what does this say? And I'll explain what they have to do with this. His servant is Phyllis. Phyllis is clever. He is able to count money. Hic servus is Voltibus. Voltibus quoquas optimus est. Voltibus simon optimum cocoris potest. Hic servus is Volibus. Hic servus is Bragans. Bragans in caldus est. Bragans numare e potest. Bragans festus est. Bragans dormius volt. Who do you think Bragans is? Bragans is the Celtic person. Look at this. His servant is Bragans. Bragans is not very clever. Bragans is not able to count money. Bragans is tired. Bragans wants to sleep. Solam nuquam vidat ego Italiam redare, volo ego psori vidale volo. Ube es vinum, Milan vinum, vido quis hatit aquam. Aqua est fodea, maltium vinum bibat, ego dormirit volo servi dominis noster irritas advidat, apud cantidos servis cotidon fetidon dormiris is votidos, nos des haconere audire volimus rem. Now, what do you notice about this book? What do you notice about the subtext within the first chapter? I'd like to go in the first chapter. You see this tribe right here. They were a tribe that at one time was in the outskirts of Italy. They were a Celtic tribe which lived in the outskirts of Italy in Rome. And before the Italian people came and they enslaved them. And then after they enslaved the Jewish people as well as the Egyptian people, in which Before the Italians, they enslaved the Egyptian people, there was this tribe of Celtic people. And what many people don't know about this tribe is they are albinos. In our culture, we think that albinos only affect colored people. No, albinoism is a gene, and it has many defects. The characteristics of the albino gene is fiery orange hair. There can be very many different characteristics. Some people with the albino gene can have very white hair. It's almost blonde. So there are many characteristics, but there's also other characteristics, such as they have freckles, their eyes are blue. This is caused by albinoism and is caused by a lack of melanin in their system. The whole entire time, people have taught that they are white people. However, they are albinos. When we think of albinos, we think it is a gene. And with the gene, it affects anybody. It can affect white people. So what they really are is the reverse genetics of a very black woman, which would be very pasty white skin, orange hair, and blue eyes. This book, as much as you want to think about it, as much as it's interesting and it's a fairly simple and harmless Latin course, it is actually kind of racist. I mean, you really have to read into the subtext to kind of know that it is racist. I mean, the Jewish person was always characterized as someone who's able to count money. And the Celtic person was always characterized as someone who's lazy and stupid. Why is that? These books are kind of racist. They don't really get into the details of why they're here. They just say there's a Jewish person, Egyptians, Celtic people, and the Italians. Where do they come from? These people occupied Rome for a very long time. I will go into more details into this. But the thing is, the albino gene, it's something that they have. Because in our society, we always thought that there's white people and there's black people. But white and black are not colors, they're shades. And in our society, we have subtext. And what's the subtext of this book? As much as it's harmless, you can deeply see the roots of brainwashing in this book. It's almost like a slave. Hic servus is gaius salvius servus. Like a slave. You repeat and you don't think about what you're reading. Now, where do these tribes come from? I made a video on evolution and how it's possible that and humans have breeded with aliens, and where these come from is the Anunnaki. However, not a lot of people know about this. These tribes, I believe in English class and history class, we've always learned about different things, but they never went into it. I'm sure you've been told all your life that you're a white person. However, on the link below, I will leave links that talk about albino gene and what it means to have the albino gene, and what are the characteristics of the albino gene, and what are the characteristics of alien genes as well, genetically. Because then you'll start to piece together these stories. Why these people, this tribe was in Italy at that time. Because people think that Italy was the Italians. No, the Italy was ruled by black people, which were really Jewish people. And like Ben Shapiro says, Jewish people became white people when they became successful in America.